What's good, everyone? Welcome to another PrizePicks NBA video. This is take 2. Thank you, Windows Update. Today I'm bringing y'all a few picks I like to get your day started. Because I value your time, I'm keeping the video short so I can cover everything quick. So let's jump into it. Today we got 5 games on the slate. Tip off going to start at 4 o'clock Pacific. I'm local to SoCal, if you guys didn't know, and I'm also a Lakers fan. You can see behind me, I got the Lakers stuff. Kobe Bryant forever. My main goal every day is to help you guys cash. And in order to do that, you got to learn and become a young grasshopper. So what we're looking at when covering the slates are which teams are projected to score the most points. That's the over underline you see above me over there. Which teams need to win more for their playoff seeding. Projected blowout, that's going to be the line with the negative sign right there. Minus teams are favored to win by that many points. And we're going to also be looking at projected lineups and matchup rotations. Fancy way of saying injuries, who's playing and who's not. So for game number 1, we got New York at Detroit at 4 o'clock. I don't really have anything on that one for you, but if we take a look, I was noticing that New York is resting all their starters today. I wouldn't target Karl Anthony Towns today personally, but Cade Cunningham is likely to play, and I would target his assists since a lot of the defensive players for New York are going to be out. Game number 2, Cleveland, Indiana. Indiana is favored by 9.5 points. Cleveland's going to be resting all their starters. And again, you can target someone like Halliburton on assists. Atlanta, Brooklyn for game number 3. Atlanta's heavily favored. I got Trae Young as one of my picks today. I took him on fantasy or PRA if you want to lean on that option. Trae Young is likely to play. Dyson Daniels is another good pick. Brooklyn doesn't really have many offensive options other than Nick Claxton. I do like him today. His lines have good projected expected value. And for game number 4, it's New Orleans at Milwaukee. We like to target rebounds against Milwaukee, as I've learned, but since New Orleans is going to be resting, all their starters, they're shut it down for the season. I don't think Giannis is going to be playing today, so I would look into Kyle Kuzma fantasy. He's going to be free to roam out there and just light him up, and that's pretty much all I like on that game. Minnesota and Memphis is probably the best game of the day. It's got a pretty good projected point spread, 233.5, and Minnesota is only slightly favored. Nobody's really resting their players on either team. The backcourt's going to be a fun matchup with Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards duking it out. Should be interesting to watch. Desmond Bane's been on a heater too, but for my pick today on this game, I got Julius Randle for you. I already made the slip in the last recording. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys me putting in another slip. Here it is nonetheless. I got Trae Young over 45.5 fantasy score, and then Julius Randle over 11.5 rebounds and assists. Both players are undefeated head-to-head with those lines. I like Trae Young lately on fantasy because of his usage, regardless of what team he's going up against. He's over 60% in the last 20 games. And in a must-win game, I have a feeling he's going to get good usage and Brooklyn can keep the game close. Even though the Hawks are favored by a lot, they might be able to keep the game close. That's what I'm hoping anyways. So there's actually 3 ways you could play Trae Young today. You could play his PRA, 38.5. You could play his fantasy, 45.5. Or you could just take his first half fantasy. Take a look at how that looks for you guys so that take the guesswork out of it. Okay, his first half fantasy is pretty good too, guys. So last 10, he's been crushing that line. Look at that. 100% hit rate. You could play it that way too. More recent history, he's been clearing that line. Just in case you're afraid it's going to be a blowout, I did just show you they're favored by 12.5. So you could play it that way too. There's 3 ways you could play that. And then for Julius Randle, recently he's 83% in the last 6 games, cashing it 5 out of 6 times. Head-to-head undefeated. Short and sweet for you guys there. If you don't want to wait for these videos or miss out on anything, the picks and slips are all in my Discord server. The link for that is in the description below. Just a quick recap of yesterday. I made some good reads. I had Luka over 35 points. Obviously, he smashed that. I had Tyler Hero over on fantasy. He was one of the league leading scorers yesterday, of course, right? And then Christian Braun, I had him jacking up shots yesterday. Thanks to my dude over here, Grizzly Tough in the Discord, sent me this slip with Rui Hachimura and Christian Braun. Those 2 picks, even though they bumped by the time I put mine in, cashed. I also cashed on this second half slip on the games that I was watching. And overall on the day yesterday, I went 5 and 6. In total, in the last 5 days, we are 23 and 12. Man, I was 18 and 6 going into yesterday. So I was on a heater. But eventually, all things must come to an end, guys. So unfortunately, a lot of players sold yesterday. There was some weird games going on. Like Jokic, he only had like 20 points yesterday. So he became the player coach all of a sudden and didn't do shit, basically, as far as meeting his fantasy and PRA lines. He had a triple-double. He played great and everything, but I'm just sad to see he's falling back down to earth because he's been the most consistent player in the last 3 years I've ever seen. So it's tough. I can't cash on him all the time, I guess. And then SGA for my video pick, he was supposed to be my thumbnail yesterday. He actually sat out, so they rested him. So sad to see some of that happen yesterday. That's gonna cover it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like the damn video. Don't forget to do that for me, please. I appreciate that. Subscribe, click that bell. Good luck tonight. Always put God first. And bye-bye for now.